Tonight's coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor at M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Here's Collins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. From the gun, Jackson. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Back deep for the Bucs, Deshaun Jackson. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 43 yards on the punt. 7-yard return, and possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Winston. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. He is a difference maker at the linebacker position. He had a pick 6 last year, remember it. But it's different for those guys, isn't it, than a corner or a safety?
It certainly is, because sometimes they're pattern reading, seeing what the receivers are doing. Sometimes they're spot dropping, just getting to a place on the field and finding the quarterback and going to the ball. But remember this, these linebackers, at one time in their life, a lot of them were running backs. And they love having the ball back in their hands and making big moves towards the end zone.
Jackson now to return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
And as a defender, if you come with 2 interceptions in a game, that's pretty rare in the NFL. You might see one guy a weekend do that, but to have 2 in the first quarter, that's something you don't see all that often. I have a feeling they'll think twice about throwing in his direction too often.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
after the interception. Here's Jackson. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. First red zone chance now for the Ravens. They've got a first and goal just inside the 5. They'll come out in the pistol.
Check, Patriot!
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. From back at the 4, here's second and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Kenneth Dixon, his second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Jackson now to return. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns.
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
Hey, let's get it working. Easy. Ready. Flag. Hot. Green, triple C.
From the gun, Winston. Pushing his way. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Here's Jackson. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Gave a glimpse of his quick feet and then taken down right at the 30. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. They go play action with Jackson. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire.
Deshaun Jackson off to the races. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Deshaun Jackson, 96 yards. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like he did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter whether they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back there, and receivers come open. Great discipline on that play. They didn't let that happen and held it to no gain.
The left side, Andrews with it complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And he's got Snead. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
Leopard! Leopard! Gun! 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 Gun!
To throw again is Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Jackson. Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Following the interception, Winston. This one complete to Charles Sims. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. The give is to Jones. And some room to work. gets hold. It's an even 30 and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. A give to Jones. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Let's go. It's time to play.
Here's Jones. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bucs have made this a one-score game. Extra point good by Catanzaro. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They'll begin the drive with Collins. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Lucky 56.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Crabtree with it over the middle. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Jackson from the shotgun. Now he's forced out left. He can run for it, and he will. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own, but let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Ready, let's go.
And a first carry here for Charles Sims. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. Well, the Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd down.
Could be a blitzer.
They go play action. Winston. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
Leverage.
big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Justin Evans. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make the...
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Working out of the gun, Winston. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, his 19th touchdown now of the season. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And Winston lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You're talking about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it. But you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
The first down throw for Winston. It's caught by Mike Evans. Part of the reason they're here, no doubt, was his big performance in the NFC title game, and that's his first catch of the Super Bowl.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the gun, it's Jackson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The former first-round pick, Vernon Hargraves, the one who was there defensively.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Detroit! Detroit!
On 3rd down, Jackson. Caught on the right side by Jones. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 now. Leopard! Hot!
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be 2nd down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Jackson going to throw again. And he's got some space here. And avoids the contact by sliding. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with a hometown rate. We now proceed to the start of the second half. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Jackson now to return. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is. Right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Winston. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Tyus Bowser in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Airing this one out for Evans. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect.
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Perriman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Jackson now to return. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Jones. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
4 down, check, 4 down.
On 3rd down, Winston. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. First target, first catch at a first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
On first down, they're going option left. Fights him off. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 9 yards on the first down. Keeper, and it's 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now Jackson on 2nd down. Rolling to his right. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A gritty play there. Put his nose down and got his guys a first.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
Now Jackson on first down. Now he steps away. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away but could not. Quan Alexander able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. From the gun, Jackson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays.
No. Check. Patriot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Terrell Suggs in there for a milestone sack as it moves in past Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor, who finished his career with 132.5. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Jameis to throw it. And he's going to go down again. C.J. Mosley, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Winston. He's going to lead this for his running back. It's complete. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And the Ravens taking the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th.
Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 2nd down, Jackson. And his throw is incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Now let's go. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the slam.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. to the air. Jackson following the pick six. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
On second down, Collins. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
They go play action here on first down. He's going deep for Brown. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. John Brown, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens continue to pour it on. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Bucs now. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
On second down, it's Jones. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Winston. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone and throw into the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Here's a first down run with Collins. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Jackson to throw on 2nd down. Drops it underneath for Collins. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Detroit! Detroit!
To throw on third down. Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. John Brown with his second TD of the game, his sixth on the year. And the Ravens add on.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. To throw is Winston. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what are you doing when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's go.
Now Winston. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. That goes for a gain of 31. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's Winston. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Throwing, Winston. He's going to air one out. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. The drive starts with a run by Collins. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
They go again with Collins. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. Play action. Now Jackson going up top. He's got him in. Complete. He's at the 40. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big-time 3rd down play for the Ravens. 68 yards. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. This loss means they will not reach their goal of at least being a 500 ball club. And when you don't reach that benchmark, it's an unhappy fan base, front office. Everyone is unhappy.
And you know, in today's NFL, if you don't even get to 500, that puts everyone's job in jeopardy. That's talking about front office people, coaches, players, everyone, because that's just simply unacceptable in today's football.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.